After months of silence and rumors, Chrisean has finally spoken up. And what she revealed about her son has caused the internet to go berserk. My son, Jesus, ... he's good. He's a billion-dollar baby, she said with a great deal of pride. But the events that followed fundamentally altered the tone. I remained silent out of fear. But I can't hold this any longer. Something is wrong with my baby. That admission surprised followers and supporters alike. Wonder turned to concern in an instant. The unexplained rumors hospitalizations started to occur again. Medical records began to be the subject of online rumors. Even baby monitor video is now being analyzed for clues. Furthermore, Blueface has remained silent and declined to claim credit for it in spite of everything. There is nothing like this viral moment, layered with maternal instinct, dread, and a growing yearning to keep a child out of the spotlight. It is a deeply human story. What's happening behind the scenes with Chrissy Jr.? That question now resonates across all time periods. And here is the pure, agonizing reality of a mother who observes her child in pain and feels powerless to aid them. I wanted to check in with you. My baby is doing well. Chrisean attempted to comfort herself. But underlying those words was a whirlpool of fear. It seemed like the story was becoming too heavy. There was a shocking medical insider revelation, one that might change all we thought was true. Long before the heartbreaking live video that left viewers stunned by the shaky voice and the tears, there were hints that something might be wrong with Chrisean and Blueface's child. But now nobody wished to be the first to express it. Chrisean's voice has validated what many people quietly feared. The inquiries are no longer whispers. Reverberating are them. But how did we end up here? To understand the seriousness of this moment, we need to go back in time. Early in 2024, Chrisean's path to motherhood was tainted from the start by chaos, doubt, and continuous controversy. What began as a widely accepted remark quickly turned into a divisive public dispute with both tragic lows and emotional peaks. And the stakes are higher and more personal than ever before, since everything now centers on her baby's health. What started out as rumors on Twitter has evolved into a rush of grief, disbelief, and growing nervousness. As soon as Chrisean Rock announced her pregnancy, the public began to have serious concerns. Critics said the child didn't have a chance, and that Blueface, the father, wasn't prepared, which is why she seemed to vanish entirely from the scene. Their relationship has always been marked by intense public arguments, cheating scandals, and dramatic outbursts. When she made the decision to carry the pregnancy alone, opinions on the internet were varied. Chrisean stood her ground and told the world, "I don't care who supports me, I'm going to be a mom." For a while, it seemed like she had found peace. But behind the grins were cracks that only widened over time. From the moment Chrisean Jr. was born, something seemed off. In her delivery vlog, fans saw the nurse's anxious expressions. The baby remained extremely quiet. He was a little stiff during the Nevera live stream. She joked after fumbling with him. Many now believe that she was trying to conceal something more serious at this time. She shared a blurry video of her baby struggling shortly after. Fans swamped the comments section during tummy time, casting doubt on his development, while others brutally referred to her as an unsuitable mother. The reprisal was swift and brutal. Chrisean stopped talking. In contrast, Blueface's reaction was disturbing. "That ain't my baby," and claiming nothing without a DNA test. Junior went live amid health rumors and later backed off, calling it a joke. But the damage was irreparable. As he dismissed his own child online, Chrisean was fading from the public eye. Fearful of what she may hear, he posted cryptic messages, shared prayer emojis, and spent hours in doctors' offices. Because she was afraid of being criticized and losing her son, she kept the facts hidden the entire time. Then the leaks surfaced on Anonymous medical assistant from a pediatric neurology clinic released redacted documents that showed Chrisean Jr. was being evaluated for neurological issues. Possible developmental delays, observed muscle stiffness, and a recommendation for immediate testing. As the internet blew up, Chrisean said nothing. Until now. "My baby is not like other babies," she sobbed during an unguarded Instagram live, explaining, "They smile, but he doesn't. Don't laugh the way they laugh. When I lift him up, he doesn't. Stop me. He just said nothing." It was a mother sobbing because it hurts, and no parents should have to handle it alone, not to attract attention. She revealed that she remained hopeful until yet another startling discovery. Even though experts warned that he might never walk normally, leaked paperwork from Cedars-Sinai claims that Junior was being assessed for cerebral palsy, a serious condition that affects movement and motor skills. Detailed symptoms include sluggish motor reflexes, stiff muscles, and impaired head control. The physicians recommended an MRI and additional neurological testing. But here's the shocking bit. Due to Junior's father reportedly refusing to authorize the testing and not signing any documents until I had a second DNA test, I was legally blue. This is no longer only a celebrity drama. It's a tale of a father choosing denial over accountability, a mother demanding answers, and a baby caught in limbo. He blocked my son's doctor from reaching him despite the urgent need for medical attention. And he texted despite a prior test confirming paternity, while Blueface vanished entirely and ignored requests to order vital testing. Chrisean felt abandoned as her baby writhed and pleaded for medical help. The internet went into a frenzy. People were furious. What kind of father disappears during a medical crisis? The comments were scathing. This extends beyond abuse brought on by carelessness. Then came the crucial moment. Online users were able to view disturbing security camera footage from a children's clinic. It featured Chrisean clutching her son as she spoke to him in a sorrowful tone, his head drooping pitifully and his body motionless. The room was filled with terrible suffering, but a nurse gently comforted her. That video was reportedly recorded 2 weeks prior to her emotional Instagram live meeting. She'd been going through this nightmare alone with her child, without Blueface, the media, or the Zeus camera crew. Suddenly, the same internet that had earlier ridiculed her began to come together to support her. Protect Chrisean and her child began to become well known on a number of platforms. Previously mocking her, influencers issued public apologies. I made a quick decision. I was unaware of how much suffering she was in. Stars provided their voices. Cardi B chastised people who were using paternity claims as leverage during a medical situation. JT of City Girls also articulated the sentiments of many. She is boisterous because she is terrified. People call me crazy, but what you see as wild is just a scared girl trying not to lose her child. Chrisean remarked at a heartbreaking moment while live streaming. She said, "I love him more than anything, even though I know I mess up." Once, people took her word for it. But as public opinion was beginning to change, she made another startling admission. A leaked email exchange between Blueface's legal team and family court representatives was titled Temporary Custody Investigation. Rock Jr. The statement said that this was due to concerns about the child's development and Chrisean's public behavior. Blueface asked for an immediate custody evaluation. The same man who had left her during a medical crisis, now accusing her of being careless. He might have an opportunity to make matters worse within the courtroom. The legal system often favors those who appear more stable and cooperative, even if they were the ones who were not present when it mattered most. Chrisean's journey is far from over. She's not only fighting for help anymore, she is fighting for her child's custody. Chrisean's reputation is already hurt, and now it's being used against her in court. In what insiders are calling a parental misbehavior, Blueface's legal team is gathering footage showing her screaming, fighting, cursing, and even smoking while holding her child. At one point, any turbulent event was dismissed as reality TV. Now drama is evidence. The judge will see everything. This was confirmed by a court insider. Perception is important in custody cases, and it could determine whether her case is successful or not. Paradoxically, what was formerly thought of as a side project, Chrisean's raw and unpolished documentary series, may now represent her sole opportunity for redemption. Production insiders claim that episode 1 includes private footage of her pregnancy, delivery, and time spent in doctors' offices. But there was a single devastating admission that struck a chord. Chrisean is sitting alone in a booth, staring into the distance with his eyes burning brightly and his voice cracking, following the news of his emergency custody request. Blueface went viral on social media, saying, "If I lose him, I lose myself. I don't have a daddy, no family, no help. It's just me and him. So please let me have enough." When the baby needed help, where was he on TikTok? Twitter even intensified the situation, with Instagram users commenting, "He doesn't want the baby, he wants control." He is now acting in a lawful manner. Celebrities joined in once doctors were denied. Chrisean's sorrowful video was posted once more by Summer Walker. Another source from the neurology clinic shared a new report from Chrisean Jr.'s most recent evaluation. So let me get this straight. He denies the baby, won't sign medical forms, but now wants full custody. JT from City Girls tweeted, adding, "I know that kind of pain." The notes were concerning. Lack of coupling, increased muscle tightness, incapacity to support the neck at 5 months, and high risk of long-term developmental delay. But there was one statement that generated the most discussion. The mother claims that because she feels overworked, she refrains from entertaining the child. Taken out of with that one phrase, Blueface's group is giving the impression that Chrisean is irresponsible. But in reality, it depicts a young mother who is scared, alone, and uncertain about whom to trust. Then something else happened. Blueface's own mother, Carissa, reportedly told Clubhouse that he doesn't even want the child. He's just trying to get custody so he can avoid paying child support. The baby is going to his aunt anyway. Reddit reports indicate that a nursery is already being built up at the aunt's house, which may have been planned from the start, but Chrisean might have one final thing to do. Insiders claim that she, covertly Cardi B, has been quick to criticize Blueface, tweeting, "Before you call her unfit, ask how many moms are raising special needs babies without support." She allegedly recorded a phone conversation with Blueface in which he allegedly said, "I don't even want the baby full time. I just want you to stop using him for attention." If she releases that audio during her upcoming tour, it could completely change the narrative. Now, he wants to play dad, adds Saucy Santana. He isn't even trying to see the baby yet. But not everyone agrees with her. A podcast host chastised her. "Where had this zeal gone when we support Chrisean during this difficult time? Her strength inspires, but fans aren't having it. You guys filmed her crying and sold it for views. Save the fake love." DJ Vlad posted a poll. This isn't just a celebrity meltdown anymore. It's a battle for a child's future played out in courtrooms, live streams, and the unforgiving court. Zeus Network even failed to salvage its reputation after weeks of silence. Of general sentiment. Fans are attacking the network that profits from Chrisean Rock's suffering as her world collapses in front of the world. One supporter criticized Zeus, saying, "Y'all never offered her therapy, just cameras." As speculation grows that Zeus may have to halt filming until her custody battle is resolved. In the meantime, people are banding together to support a petition titled, "Let Chrissy Be a Mother." Don't Sabotage has already gathered more than 350,000 online signatures. Its message: she made a mistake, but she's trying. And instead of criticism, she needs guidance, empathy, and support for the time being. After being published by well-known figures like the Neighborhood Chat and the renowned NT, the petition went viral. The message is unmistakable. On the internet, finger-pointing is outdated. They want to see real solutions, yet the risks are getting higher behind the screens. Industry insiders claim that her brand is in free fall. Endorsement deals are slowly disappearing as one agent admits that sponsors are poisoned by kid welfare concerns. No business wants to be associated with bad parenting. Even if for television, it is excessive. In other words, if Chrisean loses custody, or if things worsen, she could lose not only her son, but also her career. While she pleads for her baby's protection, Blueface is out booking podcast appearances and reportedly fabricating his version of events on websites like Drink Champs. Supporters don't think so. His baby's health issues are being used as leverage. Everyone's emotions were at their height. A new leak that could make all the difference occurred. One commenter said, "Now he wants to look like father of the year." An extremely personal, uncensored video that was allegedly taken by Chrisean She emerged from a private group discussion. It was not meant for the world. The video shows her pacing her living room while holding her phone and listening to her baby's cries. She screams on the phone, her voice cracking, "Stop acting like you care. You ain't been here since he was born." She throws something at the wall and collapses on the couch. She holds her son, rocking him gently and singing through tears as the film comes to a close. Her next words, "I love him, but sometimes I wish I waited," caused the internet to become silent. "I'm known day. I fear he will hate me for this mess." The internet split. Some were sympathetic. What that is not abuse. There is a problem with that mother. Some were more serious. Love is not enough. Ask for help, or pass him along to someone who can help. Support stumbled. Additionally, Blueface added fuel to the fire by going shirtless live on Instagram a few hours later, drink in hand, smirking. She said what she said. He ridiculed it. "I warned you, she wasn't made for this mother. Items. In the comment section, it blew up. You're laughing while she's crying. You all think that Junior should be raised by this individual? To exacerbate the situation, Blueface is now requesting that Chrisean have a court-ordered mental health evaluation and threatening to apply for a restraining order. Christians may still support Trump, though. Remember the phone call she hinted at on tape? Sources claim that she has multiple recordings saved. In one, Blueface admits to avoiding medical examinations, and in another, he says coldly, "Unless he makes headlines, no one is looking for that baby." That's according to court insiders. The emergency custody hearing is set for next Friday, and both parents must be present. Chrisean has stopped talking. Zeus is reportedly stopping production out of respect, and her crew is allegedly preparing public remarks. Blueface continues to schedule interviews and pose for gossip blogs as a sort of promotional tour. Who is actually fighting for this child is now more important than who gets custody. Blueface's entire story could collapse if those tapes become public. Which is why you keep promoting him. Punishment. Or is Blueface manipulating public procedures to gain power he didn't want until the spotlight was on him? Is this a parenting or power issue? The conversation has shifted, and hard questions are coming from industry voices, fans, and influencers. Should Chrisean release the full recordings? Is Blueface responsible for allegedly obstructing medical care? Should CPS intervene to assist both of them, not just her? This isn't just an online drama anymore. This is a real child caught in the crossfire, along with a real mother and father. We ask you, as fellow humans, not as fans, who are watching out for this baby's best interests. Days remain until the court date. Chrisean's phone is still locked with the audio files. And with every leak, live webcast, and legal twist, we get closer to a truth that could completely upend our preconceived notions. Don't just change the headlines, raise your voice. Because the next chapter of this story is still to come, may change.